Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second is Watson. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, Watson. It's hauled in by Ellington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 54 yards, and the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Keenum now on first down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Working from the gun, Keenum. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Keenum now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hey, orange arm! Orange arm! 553.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. And incomplete here on third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 bump.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Back out there come the Houston Texans, the AFC South leading Houston Texans, by the way. They are in first place, and they'll be home Week 8 against Miami. Charles, that's a chance for them to get to 5-3.
How about that? And remember, they started the season 0-3, and in the midst of that losing streak, their quarterback Deshaun Watson told everyone, if you're doubting us now, don't jump on the bandwagon later this season. And guess what? That bandwagon better be ready because if it has some extra shocks to it, everyone hopping on now in the midst of this winning streak. Deshaun Watson still gets hit way too often, but they found a way to win 4 in a row, and now in first place in the AFC South.
Fuller brings it in over the middle, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is complete.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 43 yards. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Richmond. Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. This is Miller. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game as we just saw there.
Now Watson on third and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Von Miller. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Broncos offense taking the field again, but I want to talk about somebody on the defensive side, Von Miller. His quote before their Week 7 game, Charles, was, look, I wouldn't call this a must-win, but we're going to kick their behinds just to clean it up a little bit.
Couldn't wait to get to the desert and take on Arizona, could he?
Well, he was right, Von Miller. They thoroughly flummoxed rookie Josh Rosen, goaded him into throwing 2 pick-sixes en route to that 35-point win.
Yeah, and Von Miller had 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery, so he backed up his words in a big way. Big win for Denver. They cannot afford any more slip-ups, though, because Kansas City and the Los Angeles Chargers playing awfully well. They do get their chance against Kansas City in Week 8 on the road in Arrowhead Stadium.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Hey, go Rodgers. Hey, orange. Orange.
Keenum. He'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 47 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Keenum. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Keenum again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Come back.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught here by Griffin. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Watson, and they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Green the line. Green the line. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Operating from the gun, Watson looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Richmond, Richmond.
To the air yet again, Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hey, who ready? Who ready?
A final shot before the break. Watson steps away to his left. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Jam, jam.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. They're going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Keenum on 3rd down. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. On 1st down, Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Brandon Dunn forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. To throw on second is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a first down throw. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Finding room inside the 40. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down at the 26. He got 29 yards that time. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 19 yards away. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line up.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on. Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Denver Broncos. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now 1st and 10. Keenum now on 1st down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Lindsey, the undrafted free agent, had a great college career at Colorado, but what he did to start this season and the way he came out of the gate, really impressive.
And sometimes guys just fit NFL teams where maybe you didn't see it coming. Because Phil Lindsey, as you mentioned, had an excellent college career at Colorado, but different question marks from different teams about size. Can he do this? Can he do that? The answer is he can do just about everything, and especially his ability to get out into open space out in the backfield and create big plays downfield. That's working quite well for him in the early going.
The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep is Tavon Austin. This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. A strong run, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. DeMarcus Walker able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Cooper was the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders from 8 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Possession going back over to Dallas here, a team who lost last week to Washington 20-17, and that was on the heels of that Week 6 blowout win they had over Jacksonville 40-7. But that loss against Washington, the field goal hitting off the upright after the penalty, a tough one to swallow.
It certainly was, because it became a 52-yard field goal attempt for Brett Maher. Should have been 47, and ends up doinking it off the upright, not the crossbar. And Dak Prescott, he had been 4-0 against Washington in his short career prior to Sunday's loss. A tough game for him as well.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
46.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
On 1st down, Keenum. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 71 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Keenum going to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Third and long. It's Keenum. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
You go 46.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Here go 46.
Prescott now on second down. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Stand down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Keenum. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
52.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's Keenum. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll boost their lead to 9. It's 17-8. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go 46.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He'll let it fly for Austin. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Flush to his right. And now another one thrown incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
46. 46.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. Cooper's got it. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
46.
Prescott on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, CD taking a peek at some of the injuries from around the league in Week 7. We did have a few. Quan Alexander on that Bucs defense went down with an injury. They'll be monitoring Sony Michel in New England. Now, remember, they already lost Jeremy Hill, Rex Burkhead out of that backfield, so a couple injuries to note.
Certainly, and Quan Alexander in the middle of the Tampa Bay defense, which was already struggling. They may not get him back the rest of the season. Sony Michel, they're hoping to get him back after a few weeks. Albert Wilson in Miami has made big plays all season long, has a hip injury. That could cost him some serious time, if not the season. LaShawn McCoy, Melvin Gordon, they're hoping to get them back in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, interesting that they run without Melvin Gordon last week. That was a big win. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Then we're going to 53. Right there. 54. Right there. Here we go. 46. 46. 26.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Now the try here for the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing now is Keenum. We have hit halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit him with a screen soon.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. 46.
1st down, Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Gun. Here we go, 46. Gun. 46.
Prescott now from the 50. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47, 47. 46.
Prescott yet again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go, 46. Gun.
And the blitz does come. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now they'll let Olawale have a crack at it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Cowboys are in for 6.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen, because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. On first down, Keenum. He will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Keenum now on first down. Throwing right side, that's complete, Demaryius Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Keenum. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders from 13 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Again, Keenum. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
There we go, kill.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott on the move to his left. On the left side, he finds Beasley. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here we go, 47. 54. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
47.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Beasley with it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. He'll look to throw.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. It's a keeper with Prescott. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. The last 2 runs have gone nowhere, and now another showdown looming on 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity to try and bring it all the way back. As you noted, they weren't able to get that done, but at least they had the shot. What a tremendous game to be this close and this well contested.